welcome back to another finals edition of the Benchwarmers. I'm joined as always and every week, Brad Bain. Welcome, mate.
Thanks, mate. I am here every week, and it's a pleasure each and every week, and it just gets even more special this time of year. The sun is out. Spring has officially hit as well. It's massive on and off the field at the minute.
That has been, and we've only got, this is our third last show, so we better make it a good one.
Yes.
And an interesting one for the fans as well. We've got to thank our major sponsor, the Exchange Hotel in Gawler. But Brad, big week in footy, and we've been busy boys.
We have, Matt.
A lot of wins between us.
Yes, we have. Good start to the year. Hopefully the show has a win tonight as well with the former in. Obviously the Dogs getting up, the pride of the North. We're flying the flag for the underdogs out that way. And the Raggies, Athelston, they're going very nicely as well.
Into a prelim this week. So and the Crows with a win on Saturday night for you. So all happening. Well done. We're going to have a quick break, thank our sponsors, and then get into a feel-good fill-up and a big BLNG first week of finals wrap. Yes, looking forward to another feel-good fill-up sponsored by Rejuvenate Sports and Remedial Therapy. Brad, get down, see Brad and the crew down there. 10% off if you reference the show as well. So, Brad, take it away. It's been an interesting one every week. Where are we going this week?
It has, Matt, and we're staying true to the sport that we talk about. We're going to discuss the AFL today, and obviously feel good fill up. Always about the positive stuff happening in sport, and we always like to tie it back to the AFL, and they've delivered something. So today we're here to give a little bit of a kudos to the AFL, a great initiative, the AFL Premiership Cup Tour getting introduced this year. I love it. Sounds fantastic. Take the cup all over the countryside, take it back to grassroots, all around Australia for 3 weeks over the final series, and they're going to deliver it right around to the MCG. All the states are getting a run. It's fantastic, Chookie. But, Chook,
Jesus.
Have a look at this map, and we've got, when you dig a little deeper, have a look at that. It looks great. We're going all the way over the countryside, and the graphic's fantastic. They've put all the bells and whistles up, and they've put the cup over Adelaide, and looking at the map, we're going all around the countryside, and it's harder to miss Adelaide than it is to pop in for a night to bring the cup in. It would have been fantastic to have a look at it, but poor old Adelaide, we've missed. Tassie's missed as well. They're trying to build the game down there. Would have been good to show the cup to some of the countryside there. I reckon the AFL, they could nearly get stuffed, and for 3 years I've been here to talk about positivity and bring all the good news, and the AFL, they've spat it back in our face, and I've just spat on you there because I'm wound up, and I might not watch any of the AFL finals, Matt. I think the SANFL, that's as good a footy as you'll ever see, and that's as good as it gets. That's true footy, and I might be watching all that, and Andrew Dillon, he's got a bit to answer for mine.
Well, that took an unexpected turn, and I probably wasn't prepared for that.
You look at that map.
Yeah, I saw the map.
Hard to miss Adelaide.
Hard to miss, and it's well designed, the map.
It looks very great nice, graphic.
So, maybe because we had Gather Round, they thought that we might be able to miss it, but...
for 3 weeks, you could have popped in. 9 days it's spending in the eastern states, and it's missed Adelaide for one. But no, good initiative, but I don't know.
You've gone the Wayne Carey. You're not going to watch any AFL.
Yeah, SANFL's enough for me. That's good footy.
It is, and a good feel-good fill-up, a bit of spice in the feel-good fill-up. I reckon if you watch that back on a replay, I might shit myself when you hit the table. I wasn't expecting that, but well done, and thank you to Rejuvenate Sports and Remedial Therapy. Let's have a quick break, thank our sponsors, and when we come back, let's have a look at the first week of the BLNG finals. Yes, and let's have a look at semi-final one. It was an elimination final, Brad. It was the Blue and White Cup for the third time this year, and it was Angaston 8-15-63 defeating South Gawler 5-7-37. Probably the result, I think we both might have tipped South, and...
No.
Did we go to the Panthers?
I definitely went Angus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who I went.
I was bracing for it, but...
too good. For South, and unfortunately South don't continue their final streak that they have for the last 3 or 4 years.
You're dead right, Matt. The first time since 2019 South won't feature in a grand final, let alone the last couple of weeks of finals. So that's a big upset from, I suppose, from where it all sat at the start of the year, but probably panned out just how we thought, and I think, how a lot of people might have truly thought. South would have had some hope going in, but Angaston obviously had the form line, that's for sure. So, Chucky, at quarter time, there was a big, we discussed off air, all the grounds potentially shaping the same way, and there was a wind going straight towards the pocket to where the scoreboard was. So South had the wind to start and we're up by 5 points. They capitalised with that, and then that was at quarter time, and half time Angaston then capitalised a little bit more to be up by 7 points. At 3/4 time, Angaston extended it just by 1 point. South actually kicked the first goal into the breeze in the last quarter to bring it back to 2 points, and then an absolute barrage from Angaston, 10 scoring shots in the last quarter to win by 26 points. So it looks comfortable in the end, but there was a little bit of heart in the mouth stuff for everyone watching on. For Angaston, it was McInerney best on ground, and Corcoran and Haddon also chipping in with Durden 3 goals. He just keeps his form going into finals. For South, flying the flag was Lockie Arnold best on ground, Pisani and Gurney, their regular contributors as well, and Steve Burton 3 goals. You know how important he is. He had a red hot crack as well.
Well, it's probably the 4 biggest names for South Gawler there as well. Lockie Arnold, obviously we know the superstar he is, and winning the medal on grand final day last year, so very important player for them. But I'm a big fan of the Panthers, and I think their kids that are coming through, they've seen time and time again, they're high quality, and they showed that again on the weekend. Although it was tight at 3/4 time, we know, or I know, how much that wind was playing havoc on sides on the weekend, and it's a great advantage going into that last quarter.
That's right, even if it is mentally as well.
Yeah.
But 100%, and they've obviously capitalised right towards the end. Quick shout out as well to Dylan Tuckwell, 100 games, and he's knocked up a win, and he also coaches the under-17s, and they had a win as well, so he's had a massive day.
And a great man, and much loved at the Benchwarmers. One of our first ever guests on the Benchwarmers, Dylan Tuckwell. So well done to Tuckers, and he's coached a little bit in the women's as well up there over the journey. So well done, and great to see him.
Club man.
Great club man, and a very good player. Very, very talented
Another
player.
quick shout out as well, another milestone that day. Ryan Prentice, 300 umpiring games as well. But Matt, Angaston, they are a force to be reckoned with. They knocked off Williston in the last round, and we know how well Williston are going as well. Tanunda, we'll get to that. I don't want to steal the next segment, but whether Tanunda are a little bit undermanned, who knows? And maybe Angaston do have the jump on these, and they just got to keep the ball rolling.
And the top 4 is an interesting prospect, and I think the Barossa needs to go to the top 5, because I feel like there's too much advantage for the teams that finish 3rd and 4th. If you win, you get a week off, and then you got to play a team that loses. So I think you got to go to top 5 where they all play on the same weekend and try and even it up, because although obviously finishing top 2 you get the double chance, and maybe there's an argument that playing helps, but there's a big advantage in finishing 3rd.
There'll be a few sore bodies out of the first final. The intensity goes up. A few probably calf cramps as well, Matt, this time of year with the sun coming out. So, but you'd love 2 weeks to get them calves right.
100%, and you know that all too well. Had plenty of cramp coming into your finals campaign a couple of years ago. So, no, it'll be interesting to watch, but all eyes on Tanunda and Williston this week, Brad. So let's have a quick break, thank our sponsors, and then come back and have a look at the qualifying final. Yeah, once again, thank you to all of our sponsors who have been with us all year. Brad, let's take a look at the qualifying final, and it's going to be a great game. Tanunda taking on Williston. You've been the man with the predictions this year. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I haven't got many wrong, Matt. I don't plan to start now. This is a scintillating battle, this one, and we've been trying to guess this all year. I don't think we could have guessed this too far out, but these are 2 of the heavyweights of the competition, obviously. Tanunda, they had top spot sewn up a long way out. They finished 14-2, finished nice and comfortably up there, did their work early to get there, and Williston 12-4 did enough to get the second chance. The game on the weekend at Freeling, Matt, and the implications of this as well, which is massive. Next game, so the prelim will be at Williston, grand final at Tanunda. So Angaston sitting there, they've probably got a team they'd like to have a look at next week, and maybe not play 2 away games going into a grand final. So, Back in round 2, Matt, we had Tanunda 14-12-96 over the top of Williston, 11-10-76. They faced off again in round 11. Williston 9-7-61 over the top of Tanunda, 7-8-50. So they were both the home teams getting the win, and same as last week, we've had 2 looks at each other and 1 apiece. So good luck picking that. If it's anything to go by last week, the most recent team that won in the head-to-head battle did get the chocolates. So that might be the way my numbers are skewed. What do you reckon?
Yes, I like it, Brad. I think, Tanunda, it's going to be their personnel, isn't it? Yeah. Obviously, we know Sam Calhoun's a superstar, and
he's going to have to be.
He's going to have to be, and it's who he's got there with him. We know there's no Shea Linky.
Maybe. The question mark on the sheet. He's not injured. He's not working.
He's away.
He's got commitments that he's booked in 18 months ago. That, who knows? We might be.
Jeez.
But
you've heard some mail.
No mail. Just starting to spread.
Well, I'm telling you, he's not playing.
Just starting to spread the rumour. His potential.
No, yeah, he'll play grand final day. That's.
Yes, we'll watch that closely.
Yeah, so he'll be hoping that the Pies make it, but it's going to rely on, I think in the last game against South, Linky kicked 6, Calhoun kicked 4, and I don't think they kicked many more than that for the game. So very prominent. That's where they're going to have to score the goals from. Williston know this. Williston are all over it. They'll be looking to nullify that as best as we can, and we know how powerful Williston are. So, both teams will be doing their homework. You got to look at Waldhutter. You got to look at Earlham in the middle of the ground. Izzy McKenzie, Hoskin. Both these teams are star-studded across the line, and I'm just looking forward to watching a great game on Saturday.
That's right, Matt, and it shouldn't be going without saying. Obviously, Williston lost Nick Lehman. He nearly won the goal kicking with 9 games, so he's a massive out. But he was early in the year, and Williston have had a look to try to obviously come up with a solution for that for a long time, whereas Tanunda are now trying to find solutions going into the finals. A couple other outs for Tanunda. Louis Cowham as well. He hasn't played for a few weeks with what we understand is a knee injury of sorts, so we're watching the team sheets there. Sutcliffe as well. You might know a little bit about a hamstring.
Hamstring hasn't played
for a while.
Hasn't played since round 15. So we're not sure if he's going to get back or not. No doubt they'll be doing everything they possibly can. Whether he plays this week, depending on how bad it is, or whether they give him another week, or whether we see him at all, we don't know. So we'll look to see that on Saturday.
That's right, and that's the beauty of rolling this show out on a Monday night, and we've got absolutely no mail at all. The mail we do have, though, Doherty, the vice-captain and in Team of the Year, he obviously unlucky to get the suspension against South as well. So I believe the mail is,
4 weeks.
I think, yes. Yeah. As far as I know, he may not feature at all, which is not what you want with the vice-captain and a player of his calibre. Matt, as always, I've gone and had a look at the weather, and there's nothing to report.
Tim Noonan for the show.
There's no rain, no wind, and no excuses for anyone out there on Saturday, Williston or Tanunda. So it's a great day for football. 18 degrees. Come hydrated.
Yeah, come hydrated. Get the pickle juice out. The runners as well.
Yep.
Make sure they've got the pickle juice because it's going to be a hotly contested game. And this is, if the fans want to go watch high quality footy, they're going to see a high quality game of footy. There's some genuine superstars running around on both of these teams. You got 2 blokes that have been on AFL lists, or 3 blokes that are, 4 or 5 blokes that have played SANFL footy. It's going to be a serious game of footy to watch. I don't know about you, Brad. I think if Sutcliffe doesn't play, obviously Cowan's a big out, no Linky. I'm going with the Donnybrooks by about 10 points on the weekend.
And I hate to agree with you, Matt, but I do on this occasion. Williston, they got the Chockies in round 11. There's a lot of question marks over Tanunda. I know we're absolutely going to cut this off air from our boy Gursey. Looking at the numbers and the outs, it'll be a massive effort for Tanunda if they win it, and kudos if they do. But I think they probably need another 2 weeks to get a few of their soldiers back, and hopefully for their sake, they will be there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to take Sam Calhoun to have 45 touches and kick 4 goals to get Tanunda over the line, I feel. He has done it before, and it can be done, so I think that's what the sort of effort it will take, and I think Williston will be aware of that, and they'll put some time into that.
Yeah, no, you're spot on, Chook, and that's why you're the brains behind all this. It's a credit to be on the show with you, Matt. That's just a fantastic. But all jokes aside, this will be a great game, and if we can get a live stream of it coming through, that'd be great.
Well, there will be one, Brad, so you can jump on, no doubt, the Brosses Facebook page, and that link will be there. So if you can't get down there, watch it, because as we said, it'll be high quality. And we'll be looking very closely at the winner, and then looking forward to review the game and preview what will be a fantastic prelim final either way. So once again, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to all our sponsors, and we'll see you next week.